Hello everyone, I am trying to be really inconspicuous and not get anyone else in the frame, but I am on a flight. Flying to Geneva and then travelling on to Annecy in France on a brand trip with Honda. It's insane. I don't know how I got on that list or who's looking out for me in their PR marketing team, but thank you. I'm very excited. Flying from Edinburgh, so it was quite an early start this morning. We got back from Skye yesterday. Callum dropped me off at the bus station and I got a transfer bus to Edinburgh, and it was honestly pretty smooth. I haven't flown on my own in quite a while. It's not to say I haven't done it. I'm very, responsible and independent. I'm good at doing things on my own, but the last few times I've travelled it's been with a few other people or with Callum, and he's so organised, so it's so nice that I don't have to think about anything. So I had to properly switch on my brain this morning, and I am quite tired, but I'm very excited. I am quite nervous, a bit socially anxious for this because I don't really know what to expect. This is quite a bougie brand trip. It's my first international brand trip ever, so a lot of unknowns, but I think it's going to be a good time, and I'm just going to enjoy the experience and hopefully make some good content from it. I've just been editing and planning out some content for the weekend. On the flight so far, we've only been in the air 20 minutes or something. I've been listening to End of August, particularly The Great Divide. I was feeling a bit emotional this morning, so I'm not sure it was the best idea, but I love Noah Khan, so do with that what you will. I think I'm going to read for a bit now. I don't want to drain my battery too much. I just started Babel the other day. It's been on my list for ages, and I've had the book for ages also, and I'm really trying to get through my TBR. But then when I was in Skye, I bought 2 books. So the TBR is never ending still. I don't think I'll get much reading done this weekend. It's not the weekend, it's Tuesday. I do this every time. Every time I'm going away for a few days, I think it's a weekend. It's not. I'm on annual leave from my 9 to 5 for this. But yeah, so I'm going to read some of this, listen to some, instrumental music, and maybe do a little bit of editing for some posts that I'm going to post later. I'll catch up with you soon. I've just checked into the hotel. This is the most expensive place I've ever seen. I feel slightly out of place, but that's okay. We're not going to let that stop us. I'm going to show you the room because I've already had a little peek. Got here earlier than the room was ready, so I was waiting for a little bit outside. I want to show you because I just can't. Right, I'm going to turn you around. So, shut up. I mean, look at the view. I can't. I arrived here looking like this, pimple patch on, sweaty and not feeling or looking my best. And then I arrived to what is the fanciest place I think I've ever seen in my life. Obviously everyone's been very nice, but I do feel just a tiny bit out of place. I'm gonna stop saying that, but look. So we're right on Lake Annecy. Does this open? Shut up, it opens. Oh my, guys, is this a little, stop it, I have a balcony. Okay. I'm really having some imposter syndrome. Someone on the marketing team is looking out for me because I don't know why I'm here. Also some presents. Let me show you. Crikey. This is my first time using pimple patches and I think they work, guys. So I have already had a wee look at these. We've got a little postcard with just some details of the campaign that we're here for. This is fragrance, home fragrance, and I think there's some testers as well. Old Annecy. Love that we've got a film camera. Look at them personalising it with Honda, that's so funny. This is like a leather. The Sac de Berger Atelier. Oh, and the bed's comfy too. This is the craziest brand trip I've ever done. I really don't feel great at the moment. I have just finished my period and I'm starting to feel a bit better, but we're not quite there yet. We have a box. Ooh. I think it's a sleep mask. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I'm gonna be in the Princess Diaries? I feel like this is the kind of place where a celebrity would get married. Hence why I feel slightly out of place. But I need to stop saying that. I need to stop saying that because I've been invited here. I've been invited on this trip. I've been invited to create content. I'm supposed to be here. It just feels like it's just a big step outside my comfort zone. Anyway, continuing. Oh, that's its little dust case. Oh, these are quite handy. Nice woolly socks. I will use them. A travel adapter. That's very handy because I had to buy one at the airport today because I forgot mine. Oh my god, it's a fancy one. It's a Honda one. I'm here with Honda, have I said that? Alpine Balm and hand cream. I don't know what Alpine Balm is. Thick moisturiser maybe? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but it looks fancy. I am going to go for a shower and freshen up and deal with this. I'm also really hungry and I don't know what to do because we are going for dinner at 7. Well, I think the dinner is at 7, but we're leaving at 6:15, getting a boat to dinner. So shower, feel a bit fresher, get ready, maybe go down to the bar, definitely go down to the bar and get some food. So I thought about going down to the bar and then I panicked because I'm feeling a bit self-conscious. This is a very fancy place and there's like a smart dress code and I was just feeling so gross. So I ordered some room service, which was almost just as anxiety inducing to phone for room service. I've never done that before, but it's arrived. And this is what I've got. It's pizza with pesto and I think some fancy ham. So I'm gonna eat that and finish my skincare and just eat something because all I've eaten today is a croissant and I've drank some juice, which is not enough and it's 4:30. So I'm gonna eat that before I faint, finish my skincare, do a bit of makeup, then I need to figure out what to wear. Okay, I've got ready. I've had a complete panic about what to wear, but it's gonna be okay. I'm like trying to talk myself into being okay with it. It's all gonna be fine. This is my outfit that I've gone with. It is it's kind of like a cotton, like maxi skirt. It's got some pockets. It's got like a kind of, I don't know what you call this, kind of waist. Oh, I'm having to like suck in a little bit to wear it, but it's okay. It's Tala a while ago. This is also a Tala top. It's very comfortable. This is my little like coach bag that I've had for years. This is from Jeweler, which is a Scottish jewellery brand. I've got my Meller sunnies from Vinted. I've put my hair in a ponytail. I did do like some hot brushing with it just to make it look a bit tidier, but we're going on a boat so it doesn't look like it's going to be that breezy, but I'm not going to do my hair all nicely and then get it trashed. I'm going to take my, this is from The Gather, just my like plain lambswool grey cardigan in case it gets cold later and just for like shoulder coverage. I bought myself a treat in duty free today. This is Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. It's my favourite ever scent. I've gone so long without it. I really like tried to see if there were cheaper alternatives that were similar or even just other perfumes that I liked. Nothing has come close. It's the perfect like fresh out the shower, not too masculine, not too floral, not too sweet scent. My shoes, I hate doing this. This is like the worst shot ever. How do people show shoes? A lot of leg. Let's not do that. Why don't we just do this? There we go. These are loafers from Bobby's. Yeah, I need to go down and like meet the rest of the folks. I don't know how many people are on this trip. I think I'm just having a lot of imposter syndrome and kind of in a bit of a weird headspace because this is not the kind of ad campaign that I would normally book. It's definitely the biggest one I've ever booked, and it's the highest paid one I've ever booked too. Very exciting, but I am always a bit like, why? Who in your marketing team has like picked me? Scary. We're going on a boat up the lake tonight to go to a restaurant for dinner and I'm very excited about it, but I'm just a bit concerned about like dress codes because I'm very casual in my outfits. I have a lot of basics that I can pair together quite well and kind of throw things together, which thank God because I'd really struggle otherwise. But this is a 5-star hotel that I'm staying in. The restaurant downstairs I'm sure is like very highly rated. I need to check exactly what it is. And the restaurant we're going to tonight is also seems quite posh, so I just don't want to offend anyone by being too casual basically, and I've really stressed about the outfits, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's just clothes. It's just clothes. Right, I really need to go now. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs, meet everyone, be a big brave girl. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I need to stop being so weird. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go before I sweat all my makeup off. What a morning. You can probably hear all the birds. I think I'm gonna get my mic so that I can talk to you properly. But oh my god. This is nice. So it is the next day. I am having such a good time. I'm still pinching myself that I'm here. I can't quite believe it. This is so beautiful. Like, I had such a good sleep there. The dinner last night, I didn't film too much of it because there's a lot of chatting and getting to know people. This is definitely, I'm obviously here for a campaign. This is a paid trip. So although they have not asked for a YouTube video, this is not a deliverable that I'm expected to do. It's something I want to do because it's a moment I want to, one, mark personally, because this is definitely the biggest job I've had in this career, I guess, so far. But also it's just really cool. Like, I want to remember this. So this video is not technically, you know, this isn't a paid ad, but this is definitely a paid stay. So for full transparency, that's where we're at. I couldn't remember yesterday how fancy the place would be. It's got 2 Michelin stars, so that's there you go. So incredible. I had such a nice time meeting people and talking to people. There were some really, you know, some really cool people here, all from different kind of backgrounds. In terms of the creators, it's quite a broad, like, travel lifestyle mix, which is really nice. I always think that's really nice when brands do that, because I think it opens their products up to a wider audience maybe than you would consider you know, a trip like this, which is, you know, it's obviously, I don't know if it is obviously, I've not I don't know if I've said this yet, but we're basically here for the launch of the Prelude, launch of a car. So you could consider it maybe more natural to have car content creators or you know, people who are like really into that kind of thing. But I think their whole thing is wanting to really make it human and tell the story, which I'll talk more about, I guess, and it's definitely on my Instagram by this point, so if you want to have a look, by all means, I'll link it below. But the dinner, yeah, I can't get over the dinner last night. It was so amazing. They sent us home, I'll find it and show you in a second, but they sent us home with like a dessert cake thing. I haven't eaten it because we got home at like 11 or half 11 last night. Had like a cocktail that was made for the night and 2 amuse-bouche and then 7 courses. 7-course meal, and they actually, I would say it was 8 courses because they had the most incredible madeleines at the end. Do you say them madeleines or madeleines? With like a salted caramel sauce. So freaking good. We also had some wine and they kept topping it up. That's something about like Europe, and I mean, I've not been to like America, but I've been to Canada, and the kind of top up refill culture. It's not culture, I don't know if that's the, should I call it a culture? That's a bit weird, but refills isn't really a thing in the UK unless you've paid for refills, and even then it's probably that you're going to go up to a machine and refill it yourself. Having someone sneak up behind you and top up your wine glass is dangerous, because I don't actually know how many wines I had, but obviously not that many, maybe like 2.5. But also having a cocktail and it being warm yesterday, I have my big bottle of water and I will be drinking all of this before I go down to breakfast, which opens in 10 minutes, but I'm going to go down a bit later. I've got a little mint tea, just kind of adjusting adjusting to the day. Today is like the full day of stuff happening. Tomorrow I'm literally just checking out and going on a plane. So today is the big day. I need to make sure I'm getting the content that I need. I'm a bit nervous, what's new, because I need to test drive this car. And not only am I test driving a car, I'm test driving it in another country with a different, on the other side of the road. And it's an automatic, which I've never done before. So everyone has told me that, like, you might need a minute or two to adjust, like everyone does in a new car, but once you've got it, it'll be fine. I'm a bit slightly nervous because I'm assuming I'm going to be in the car on my own. There's a lot of unknowns, right? But it's all going to be fine. There's going to be a lot of firsts today. I'm going to fly in a glider. Have I said that yet? That I am excited about because I know I don't need any expertise. I just need to get in, sit down and buckle up. But I will show you as much as I can of that. This is a crazy, crazy day. But that's all happening in the morning. And I'm really glad that I'm in that group. We're basically splitting the trip into 2 groups. So half of us will do the glider and the test drive in the morning. And then the other half are in Annecy town, seeing the sights basically. So that's what I'll be doing in the afternoon, going to the Annecy and tooting about and some ice cream. It's going to be really nice today. It's quite overcast right now, but yesterday it was overcast in the morning as well, and I can already see it starting to clear. I'm really glad I'm in the group that gets the driving done first thing, because I am excited for it, but if it's in the afternoon I'll stress about it all day. So glad to get that kind of out of the way first, and then I can just enjoy the day. There's also a bit I saw on my walk yesterday where you can swim in this lake from the hotel. We have a bit of a break in our schedule at like 5 or so. We've got a couple of hours before dinner, so I'm gonna go in there for sure. And yeah, we've got dinner and drinks at the hotel here tonight, which I'm excited for, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I can't believe I'm here. It's quite crazy. If you're thinking about starting to post on social media or like creating a brand or doing anything like that, like just honestly take this as your sign to do it, because I almost said no to this trip because I was scared. I'm so used to saying no to brand trips because I work full time in like not social media, so it's not always easy for me to get the time off to be able to do these things, which are so often midweek, understandably, but it does mean I have to say no to a lot. This one is one that I just couldn't turn down, but I remember when I looked at it, I was kind of, part of me was looking for reasons to say no, which is ridiculous. It's so silly, because anyone would jump to have this opportunity. But it's maybe just a bit of a reminder that if you want to do big exciting things, you actually have to say yes to the opportunities that are big and exciting, but that scare you a bit. Someone's got the drone out. I'm gonna get out of their shot. The restaurant we went to last night is owned and like run by Johan Kont. Look at that. We're at the airfield and I am quite scared. We've got a test drive of the Prelude car, which is right here, and guys, it's quite sporty. It's on the other side of the road and it's automatic. There's a lot of new things for me in one day. There's also a glider flight. Look at the glider. I'm a little bit scared. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
They've never been seen before. They'll be going live on social today. Yamagami-san's memories were the foundation of the development for the early design stages of the new Honda Prelude, making sure the machine is made to serve the human that is driving it. So just like the pilots in your glider today, you'll be able to feel like a pilot yourself with all of those interactive touch points around the cabin.
I'm about to get in a glider. What the hell? Ah, this is so cool.
to be in it. This is Rebecca.
Hello,
Me and Rebecca are now best friends. You're a pilot? I'm a pilot. Rebecca's really cool. I'm gonna link her channels, Instagram, everything. Go and follow her. We're gonna get an ice cream because I am going to turn into a puddle on the floor. Did I get that on this? That would be so funny if I did. Nearly got taken out by a pigeon. We're just in Annecy, exploring the old town just for a little bit, and then we're going to go back to the hotel. It's been a long day, but this is pretty stunning. Oh my god, get the picture. I used to swimming in the ocean, that it really took me back that was fresh water. Oh my god, I'm glad I did that.
What is it? No. Floating island.
It's a floating island. Yes, it's a floating island.
It's a coconut marshmallow. Oh my god.
I've been like saying to myself, I think, it's my dream day. It's my dream day. Like, that's actually the marketing.
It's so beautiful here. It's currently like 11 at night, maybe a little bit later. We had a gorgeous dinner. I filmed a little bit of it, but mostly I was just having really lovely conversation with people. But now I'm on the balcony and I don't think it's gonna pick up particularly well on the camera, but the moon and stars are so clear here. Just look how pretty that is. I love it here. It's actually 11:30, which is too late. It's too late for me. I missed my bedtime probably every night for like 3 weeks. But I think the next video you see will be a get back on track. Although I hate that phrase, but get back into some semblance of routine. I'm trying not to speak too lightly because the rooms both sides of me are also full with people from this trip, and I don't want to keep anyone awake because there are some very early starts for people tomorrow for airport transfers, so don't want to wake anyone up. But got my transfer. I leave here at 8:55, flying to Amsterdam and then Amsterdam to Edinburgh. So pleased with the content. I know I've said when I went to Wildling, to the Isle of Ling, and that was another brand trip, that I can get a little bit stressed sometimes before, like definitely in the run up to a brand trip, because there's always the pressure that you can't redo it. So if there's content that you need to get, you need to make sure you get it, and you need to, like, that's what you're hired effectively to do, is produce that content and make sure that you capture it. And sometimes, depending on what you're doing, where you're going, it can be quite difficult to get the content that you know that you and the brand want. For whatever reason, it sometimes can be quite challenging, but it's been so easy here. Obviously, just to preface, it was easy at Wildling too, because that was gorgeous. They've worked really hard to make this trip amazing, and it has been incredible. I just can't believe how lucky I am. It's crazy. I'm going back to work on Friday, which is not a thought I relish. I fear I'm going to watch this back and cut all of this. Oh my god, I didn't tell you. The whole reason we're here, the launch of the new reimagined Prelude, which is the new hybrid Honda car, which you have seen. Right, I am not necessarily a nervous driver, but I am a cautious driver, very aware that I can't control anyone else on the road, and that does cause some anxiety at times. Coming on a brand trip where the whole purpose is that I can test drive a car, already like a little bit nerve-wracking because you're getting into a different car. It's, always takes a minute to figure out the controls and things like that. Not only is it a new car, it's an automatic, which I'd never driven before. I'd also never driven on the right hand side of the road or the other side of the car. I was very nervous at the start because the route they'd tracked out for us was quite alpine, so I am from the Isle of Lewis. I am used to sheep track, slightly unofficial roads. These were obviously like great roads, but very windy, very hairpin bend situation. Thankfully Rebecca was my kind of partner for a lot of the day, and she was just such a beautiful soul and so calming and reassuring and such a hype girl, so so glad to have met her, but she really kept me calm and like made sure I knew what I was doing, and like I felt confident by the time I'd finished it. I'm gonna go now because I'm not convinced I'm coherent anymore.
Good morning. It is our final day and I'm flying home today. It's 7:30, so I have a little bit of time. Just like done my skincare and I packed most of the stuff. Wasp nearly came in. I've packed most of my things, but just like my wash things and, you know, makeup and pyjamas and stuff need to go in there. I don't even know what to say. This is the most insane trip, and it's not one that I really ever thought that I would book, to be honest, and not from a self-deprecating perspective, but I think just I mean, maybe that is slightly self-deprecating. It just, I guess I was talking to some of the other people on this trip and talking about how it's so easy to keep yourself small because it feels safer, even if you do it subconsciously. And I think that's something I really want from this year, is to just open myself up to more opportunities and maybe do things that scare me a little bit, just so that I can have more experiences and up my circle of comfort, I suppose. This is a dream trip. Honestly, I think it will be really hard to top anything that's happened on this trip. I have filmed quite a bit. There will be more content on Instagram if you want to see more of it. There will be more content, it just might not be on YouTube. This is the biggest and most incredible thing. Like, this is not normal. I think even if you were doing like massive trips and big campaigns, this would still not be normal. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of makeup on and get dressed and finish packing. We should be done in like 10 minutes, and then probably go down to breakfast. I'm gonna be so sad not waking up to this view. I have been using the same 3 products the whole time I've been here, maybe 4. Let's do 4. I love makeup that just is easy, looks good, looks kind of like your face but better. That's my go-to. I got a lash lift and a brow lamination before I came, so I haven't had to do anything with lashes or brows, which is so nice because it's been really warm. Having too much makeup on my face when it's really hot, it just puts me off a wee bit. So I have been using basically all Merit plus Laura Mercier loose powder. It's just the translucent loose powder, but for the Merits I've got the complexion stick, which is like the concealer foundation stick. I have it in June and it's like a stick foundation almost. I took a minute to get used to it. Definitely when I first tried it, I was using it on skin that was too dry. I prefer it. I've done my skincare quite recently and it's still a bit dewy from my SPF. I don't know if you can see any difference, but in the mirror it looks a lot better than it was. Merit contour stick in clay and the Merit blush, which is like the flush, I think they're called Flush Balms, in Beverly Hills, and it's like, they're all like cream products. I used to think cream products didn't work for me. They do, I just didn't know how to use them. I like how natural they end up looking and they keep the dewiness of your face. I do end up with a bit of like changeable skin. For the most part, I tend towards a bit more oily, so I guess cream products probably not my best bet, but I do really like these. And I just put the powder over everything and it works. So this is the Flush Balm. I've used so much of it. I don't think this lighting is great to see it, but I'll show you. Yeah, anything that makes makeup easy, because I'm not like super into it or like super into taking a long time to do it. I like feeling put together. The less time I can spend on it, the better. All over it, Never. This has been such a fun trip. I just can't get over it. I think I'll not shut up about this trip till the end of time. And what's so lovely is I've had so many messages from like people on Instagram, from like obviously like my family and close friends, but from like my Instagram friends, people I've maybe never met in real life, but that we support each other's content online, and everyone's been so kind. And I think because this is such a, I keep saying it is such a big step for me. Like, I know there are like really big creators that do this kind of thing all the time. This doesn't happen to me. Like, I've done some really incredible trips, do not get me wrong. I've been very lucky to do a lot of Scotland and like sometimes UK based work. And for each of those brands, it's an investment, even if it's gifted. So even if like I'm not necessarily getting paid money, I might be getting paid in the experience, in the stay, whatever. And sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. But whatever the weather, the brand has always made an investment to make that happen, and it's not something I take lightly. So it's just like crazy that a brand saw my content and thought, yeah, she'll work. I feel very lucky, but also like really proud of myself, because I was having a bit of a wobble before I came. I was a bit like, have they picked the right person? Like, are they sure they want to take me? And it's been a good lesson in just like backing yourself, because actually this is a big investment. This isn't like a throwaway, I will just put together an influencer trip, whatever. There's a lot of thought has gone into this, and they wouldn't have invited people that they didn't think gelled.
I have the Olaplex Bonding Oil. I put this through my eyebrows and my lashes when I have a lash lift and a brow combination. Probably should do it just anyway, but I always forget to. And I put it through my hair because I'm a bit frizzy. This kind of makes it sit nicely. I haven't got anything on my brows, eyelashes, whatever. If I was going to have, it's gonna come off a bit, the Refy Brown Mascara, and then I've got the Refy Pencil in medium and the Refy Eye Sculpt, and that's it.